Now your certified storm-ready forecast from NBC 25.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Ahmed Badji. As we get into tonight, we've got a few things that are going to be happening over the next 24 hours that we have to talk about. First off, here's what we've got. We're talking about fog that's going to be coming in overnight. It's not going to be everywhere, but the places that do see it could be a little dense. We do also have a severe weather risk that comes in for tomorrow afternoon through the evening. Not going to be a widespread event, but a few of those cells could have some pretty large hail and some strong winds with them. But then we do get a break by midweek, so that's after the 24-hour period, but we clear up after that point. That's what we're talking about. 64 degrees for your low overnight tonight, so we are staying very mild, nice and warm. There are going to be a few areas of fog, mainly in rural areas as you go throughout the southern counties. That's going to be pretty nice. We've got that calm winds that's going to kind of help that hold around. Now, 84 degrees for your high tomorrow. We heat right on up, and we've also got some clearer skies. We've got a lot of moisture that's going to be there. We also have a very strong cold front that's going to be swinging through probably about after the noon period. I'll show you that in the model in just a little bit, but the winds pick up with that front. 84 degrees for your high, and there's an isolated severe weather threat as we get into the afternoon. I'll show you where that encompasses in a little bit. Now, 62 degrees for your low overnight in the Tri-Cities over into the Thumb. Going to be watching for a lot of fog developing again in the Thumb. You guys always get hit with that. That's going to be where it's the most dense. Then slowly starting to go back over and towards the Tri-Cities in our western counties in Isabella and Clare County. And as we get into tomorrow, 83 for your high, same thing. We've got that severe weather threat. It encompasses you guys as well. And I'll show you kind of where that boundary line is for where we can see some of those storms. Now in the northern counties, 58 degrees for your low overnight. While you are a little cooler, it is still a little warm, so that's the good news. Patchy fog across the area, not as widespread as everybody else down to the south. You guys are actually included, or at least the southern portion of the northern counties are included in that severe weather threat as we get into the afternoon tomorrow. Now I'll show you that in just a second. First off, though, we need to talk about where's going to see some of these showers and storms. 8 o'clock is when we're starting our model into motion. You can see the front off to the west slowly trying to creep our way. We're going to be staying really actually mostly clear as we get into the morning tomorrow. Partly cloudy skies start to come in the afternoon. In comes the front. We get a little bit of a flare-up in the beginning of the afternoon. Not too much. An isolated storm or two, maybe enough to trigger a significant weather advisory with 40-mile-per-hour gusts. After that, though, in comes the main line. Now, it isn't as widespread, but we need to watch for something like this. It's called an MCS. That kind of brings in a larger storm system along the front. But it's not going to be, I don't expect, this far north. It should be a little further south. So that's something that we should watch for as we go during the overnight period tomorrow night. Beyond that, though, we start to clear up, and by the middle of the week, it starts to look great. So what are we talking about? Who can see the severe weather? In the area in the yellow as we go through Monday, that's the slight risk from the SPC, the Storm Prediction Center in Oklahoma, that's talking about where is the best chance for severe weather. We're talking about wind, we're talking about hail. And remember, I know the Thumb is not included in the yellow, but weather does not follow a specific boundary line. So everybody from the Thumb down through the southern counties and up into the northern counties just south of Tawas, you guys have to watch for an isolated chance for a severe thunderstorm or two tomorrow. Next thing that we need to talk about is actually the return of storms. By the time we get to the end of the week, we're talking about Thursday night into Friday. That's the next chance for showers and storms. Great news, though, Kyle, is that next weekend looks sunny and cool.